Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Well done! Walk, walk, walk!
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, there you go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go.
All right, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. Tonight, we're going to be remembering the life of Robert Duvall as we go through our pop culture update. We'll have the Sweeney spot as usual, and we will be talking we're going to do a review of the entire first season of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters, because we're going to be doing it episode by episode starting in March. So, you guys kick back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's get to it. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. All right, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and I'm joined by the Knoxter. How you doing over there on the East Coast, sir?
Doing all right.
Yeah. It's good to hear you. Good to hear you. John, how are you doing today, man?
Doing okay.
Doing okay? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good to see you, man. All right. So let's check out who's in the chat today. We got a lot to get to, man. A lot of stuff today I found for us to take a look at. That pop culture update may take a while tonight. Of course, the hardest working guy in the business is here first off. He has been throwing all the links to all the places where you can support the channel and check us out in different places. And you know what his name is.
Monarch. Why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
He is not a piece of shit, but he likes that video. That's his introduction. He says, "Heidi ho, all you nerds and nerdettes. Good to see you, man. Good to see you." And he also wants an LFG. Actually, I think he was just telling me, let's go when we hit the 5:30 mark, because I was about 60 seconds. But we'll give him an LFG anyway.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's see who else is here. Let's see. He's putting all kinds of links in here. E. Clay Thomas is here. Good to see you, man. He's waving at us. Wolverine Schnicht is here. He says, howdy. Good to see you, man. Vince says, rip Robert Duvall and Jesse Jackson. Yeah. We're definitely going to talk about Robert Duvall. I don't do much politics over here, but yeah, we did lose Jesse Jackson earlier this week. Let's see. And he's going rock and roll. What's up? Let's see. What else? Oh, yeah. The kick bots are in. Hey, let's get rid of them real quick. Boom. There we go. All right. Well, let's get to it like we usually do. We'll start off with the pop culture update, ladies and gentlemen. You know how that is. We got to let you know what's going on all over our favorite stuff. Video games, movies, TV shows, all that good stuff. So let's get to it.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
And we, of course, start, as always, with the numbers. Box office, Wuthering Heights prevails with 37.5 million domestic opening. 83 million globally. Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, Valentine's Day, President's Day movie, came in slightly behind expectations in North America, but earned enough to come in ahead of GOAT, which had plenty to celebrate in its opening with estimated 35 million or more domestically. They must be counting President's Day with these numbers, because the 3-day weekend, it only made 32 million and GOAT only made 27. So they must be counting President's Day as well in those numbers. Let's see. Vince says, I use this as a separator between link spams. Okay, I did not know. Now I know. Cool. Also, we got Crime 101 coming in with 14.2. That's a new one with Chris Hemsworth and Halle Berry. Didn't do as well as expected. And then we've got Send Help and Solo Mio coming in 4th and 5th, down there at the bottom from the week before. So there you go.
I got a question for you guys before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Thor, is Chris Hemsworth a leading man? A good leading man?
Go ahead, John. What'd you say?
Extraction series.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, he's got a series on Netflix called Extraction. He does a lot of Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
His brother does too.
It just seems like a lot of his movies, like Men in Black. Remember, he did that.
Yeah, he did, but that was an existing franchise. He was in. I mean, if you want to count that, I guess we're going to count 2016 Ghostbusters then.
There wasn't a Ghostbusters movie in 2016.
No, there wasn't, was there?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Outside of Marvel,
Talking about carrying a movie, I believe he can. He's been.
His name alone, though, is enough to attract a success, and I feel like it isn't.
I think he's a movie star, but not one of these guys like a Tom Cruise can put his name out there and people just show up. I don't think he's one of those, but I think he can be a leading man. But as far as, I see what you're saying. When you look at the numbers, this is an average opening for him, right? I mean, I guess the last critically acclaimed thing he did was where he played the F1 driver. What was the name of that movie? Hang on.
Not worth remembering, apparently.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it was done by a big time director and everything. But let's hit Chris Hemsworth real quick. Hemsworth, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, it's Hemsworth. Okay. I always want to put an L in there somehow. but yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
the
well,
girls
surprise.
dig him, but you know that doesn't mean you can carry a movie, right? And every one of his known ones, okay, Snow White and the Huntsman did okay, but it didn't. It didn't knock people's socks off. You know what I mean? I like that movie, but you know, but yeah, a lot of the stuff he's done.
I mean, Transformers did kind of whatever.
Yeah, but Transformers 1 is an animated movie. It wasn't expected to make a bunch of money.
It was
you
in
know?
Furiosa.
Yeah, he was in
They didn't make a lot of
Furiosa,
money either.
yeah, but he's not the main character.
No, no.
He's the bad guy in it, right? John's right about Extraction. I mean, that was a popular one on Netflix when it first came out, and
I don't know.
enough to where they made a
I'm always
second.
hard to. I don't know. Netflix is hit or miss, so I generally don't watch their stuff.
Right. I don't watch their stuff either. I don't. But I heard nothing but good things about Extraction. That came out in 2020. Yeah. Men in Black International, I'm with you. That wasn't that great. I didn't think that was very cool, you know. But there's
I wanted to
one
like
where
it. I
he was a
liked
driver in he was a driver in one of these movies. I can't remember the name. Black
Rush.
Hat's a spy movie.
Rush.
He was the lead in that. Rush. That's it. That's it right there. Rush. And was that a Ron Howard movie? I know it was a. Yeah, it was. He directed it, and it didn't do well at the box office. So yeah, you might have a point there, bro. You might. I mean, that's the one I've heard that critics dug a lot was Rush. You know, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's not, man. Maybe, but then again, maybe he's either been typecast as Thor, right? Which I don't think is the case. I know women just go crazy for that dude. If you put him in the right stuff, I think he'd make a whole bunch of money. They just haven't cast him in the right thing yet. And I'm sorry, I just don't pay to go see movies where the leading man's a bad guy in it. Man, he's a criminal in this movie. I'm not interested in that. I'm just not. I mean, people love heist movies. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those guys that digs those. Now, let me be specific now. I like gangster movies. The Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino. Yeah, I dig all that stuff. I think that's awesome. I love it. But I really don't like the heist movies. That genre I'm just not into.
No Ocean 11 for you?
No, none of the 11 movies. No, whatever, 12, 15, whatever they're on. No. That's for sure. But you might have a point. I just don't think he has had that both critical and box office success since playing Thor. And he might be typecast. I don't know. I mean, you know, who knows? But anyway, that was the box office breakdown. And so we'll move on from there. Now, I was on Pop Culture Minefield earlier, right before this show, and we were doing Manhunter. And the guy that plays, oh God, what's that character's name? We just got done saying it a bunch of times. Oh, well, I'm sure it's in the article here, but Manhunter Monster Squad actor Tom Noonan has passed away.
Wow. That's
Well, there's going
interesting.
to be some changes around here, folks.
Whoa. What happened there?
I know.
Glitch in the Matrix. Let me check my channels, make sure everything's going good here. Let me see here. What the hell was that? Let's see. Are we still on? Yes, we are. Okay. Thank God. I was about to be upset. I don't know what that was.
Joe accidentally shut down his computer.
That's it. I shut down a
Just sent us a
computer and
text.
yeah, whatever. Nope, everything's working. It's working. Okay. So, let me get my stuff back together here. That threw me off, guys. Sorry about that. Fuck it, we'll do it live. But yeah, to answer your question about him, I just don't. I don't know if he'd be able to carry a movie or not. But Tom Noonan, he played the character in Manhunter that was the bad guy. Hang on. I think his name was... well, see, look at this, guys. You know, it's the one place you can go for movie information, but I want you to see this now. And we'll read this real quick. Offbeat character actor Tom Noonan, born in Connecticut on April 12th, 1951, started off his career in various theater troupes that utilized his skills as a guitarist and composer. A graduate from Yale's acting school, he founded the Paradise Theater in 1983, which was instrumental later in his growth as an artist. He died on Valentine's Day, actually, guys. I don't know why they took so long to release it, but yeah, he died on Valentine's Day. Now look at the 4 movies he's known for on here. Can you believe this?
Yeah.
The only one some of you might have seen is RoboCop 2, maybe. But the ones he's known for, boys and girls, is Manhunter, which I think I already have up here. Well, no, I was looking for Rush earlier, wasn't I? I think it should still be on this one right here. If I go back, yeah, here he is. I think I've got Manhunter up here. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Everybody knows him from Manhunter. This is, if you've seen the Hannibal Lecter movies, this is Red Dragon, only it was made in 1986. It's the same story and everything, and Ronnie Cox plays Hannibal Lecter in it. The guy that plays Colonel Stryker in the X-Men series is probably what he's best known for. But Brian Cox plays some great bad guys, but yeah, as a very young man, he was Hannibal Lecter. I say very young. He was middle-aged. You know, I think he came out of the womb 35 years old. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's see. That's it. Francis Dollarhide. That's who he plays. That's who Tom Noonan plays in the movie. Is Francis Dollarhide. So yeah, everybody knows him from this one and this one. One of my favorite movies because I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. And this movie kind of was ahead of its time, really. It kind of went over like a lead balloon when it came out, but people have grown to love this movie as years have gone by. Yeah, and that's what Reed by Nature's talking about here. Thanks, Reed. He says, Noonan also had a great bit in The Last Action Hero where his agent berates the fictional version of him for risking being typecast. Yeah, no doubt. He's in this one as the Ripper, the guy that Arnold's chasing in the movie. It's pretty good. Actually, one guy you guys are gonna know instantly from the Game of Thrones. Tywin Lannister's in this one. Charles Dance, he's the actual bad guy in it, really. The Ripper's just a serial killer that he uses in it, you know. But yeah. The guy that plays Tywin Lannister is actually the bad guy in this, and he's really good. But F. Murray Abraham, John Practice, you know. But look, you'd have to see this movie to understand it. This movie is all about the meta, and it just things they didn't do meta movies back then. Would you say, John?
Nope.
They weren't doing them back then.
Not a whole lot.
And it just, like I said, this one was way ahead of its time. But Tom Noonan was great in both movies. And, yeah, hate to hear that he's gone. He was only 74 years old. Whereas the next guy we're going to talk about was a little bit older. And he is a guy that I absolutely adore. We found out this week, kind of a bummer, that Robert Duvall, the star of The Godfather and The Great Santini, that's just scratching the surface, guys. But that's probably his 2 best-known roles. That's not even the ones he won an Academy Award for. He was nominated for both those roles, but he didn't get it for either one of those. He ended up winning the Academy Award for a movie called Tender Mercies. But, yeah, Robert Duvall at the age of 95 lived a full life. And yeah, it's sad to see him go. I wouldn't say he's gone too soon. He's not. He had a full life, and he made movies that you just never forget, man. The guy was fantastic in everything he did. He just chewed up scenery when he was on screen. He really did. Let's see. Joker's voice is here. He says, "Woot woot! Hiya, folks. just hopping by to smash that like button. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. You guys go check him out after you're done here. He's going to be doing Wednesday Night is Overbooked on his channel. Go check it out for sure, man. Yeah, Robert Duvall. I want to play a video, a little thing that IMBD has. Let me go ahead and share this real quick for you. Let's see. You have to, when you want to play videos, you have to go with the Google tabs so that there's no bouncing off the walls. You know what I mean? So here you go. Check this out. This is a little thing about just a quick once over of his career. Check out and see if you've seen any of these movies. I guarantee you have.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
See, I don't trust happiness. I never did, I never will.
It would be disastrous. All the 5 families would come after you, Sonny. The Corleone family would be outcast. I love you, Lord, I love you, but I'm mad at you. I am mad at you.
If I left her in there, everything I know about myself is a lie.
But a man's got a right to protect his property and his life, and we ain't letting no rancher or his lawman take either.
Never too late, son. Never too late. Called and it's done, all right?
You think you're gonna change things? Change them to what?
We're like kings. We are kings. Sitting in our castle deciding important things. I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna be around here a lot longer than you or anybody else around here. I'm here to protect this game.
How can he expect to race if he don't know what a race car can and can't do?
Hey,
Mama's boy.
I bet you're gonna cry. Come on, Mama's boy. Let's see you cry, come on.
It's hard to know what the right thing is, but put the gun down, John.
I thought I'd die. He was an angel. I wanted someone to help him, like I'd want someone to help my boy. I told you I ain't got no boy now. I want you to get on out of here and let me be.
Is it worth it? I mean, you've won. You want to wipe everybody out?
You think 1 on 4's a dog fall?
So don't have any illusions about who's running this network from now on. You're fired. I want you out of your office before noon, or I'll have you thrown out.
Wow. And that's just scratching the surface, boys and girls. That's just scratching the surface. The guy was awesome. John, what's your favorite Robert Duvall movie? If you had to pick one. Gun to your head, what would you pick?
Falling Down.
Falling Down. I figured you'd say that. He has a great part in that one. Of course, if you guys haven't noticed, he's John's face is on Michael Douglas at the beginning of the show every time you see us on our little montage there. Yeah, he's great as a guy on his last day before his retirement, and he's got a nitpicking wife that just has mental problems and won't leave him alone all day while he's trying to stop this guy on his rampage across the city. Man, it's an awesome movie. It's really good. You didn't put The Eagle Has Landed in the open credits. Shame, shame, shame. Yeah, The Eagle Has Landed. That's one he was in. John Q is underrated. Yeah, I believe that. Wasn't Denzel Washington the guy that took over the hospital? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. John, what? Or excuse me, Knock. What do you think of Robert Duvall? I mean, most of the stuff is before your time, but I'm sure you've seen some of his stuff at some point.
I think the first thing I remember seeing him in, because I didn't watch The Godfather until into my adulthood.
Yeah.
The first thing I remember seeing him in is Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He was in that one, and I don't remember too much about the movie, but I know he was. And I've seen John Q. I saw that one when I was younger as well.
Yeah.
And then Gods and Generals was another one. Even though I don't remember the movie specifically, I didn't know he's in it.
Right.
But probably the biggest one for me was Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I remember.
And that's one that I hadn't even thought of when we've been discussing him. You know, on me and friends and coworkers talking about him, because we've all talked about this guy this week. It's just, I don't know. When you get a little older, when your heroes start dying, it sucks. It sucks when they're gone. And this guy, I've seen so many movies with him in it, man. And you saw just a few of them in that clip. But he won the Academy Award for Tender Mercies, and if you've never seen that movie, he plays a very subdued dude because he's been beaten down by his own bad decisions. And it's basically the recovery part of his life that you see in that movie. And it's really, really good, man. The opening scene of it, you see the last time he drinks, I think is what it is. Isn't he passed out on the floor when we first see him at that gas station, I think it is, with the hotel on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest of the movie, he's trying to collect himself. But everybody remembers Tom Hagen in The Godfather, both the movies. I think the best scene in with him in it, for me personally, is in the first one. Of course, is when he's yelling at Sonny, saying, "You can't do this," you know. Everybody's going to rise up against you. You can't do this, you know. But the part in the second one is my favorite Tom Hagen moment. It's when he goes to see the guy that's in witness protection at the Army base. And he explains to him, you remember how we set up the families as the Roman Legion did with lieutenants and all that stuff? And he said, you remember what happened when, a plot against the emperor failed? They always gave their the guys that were in the plot, a chance to for their loved ones to keep their fortunes, right? And it's a great scene where you understand he's telling the guy to off himself, basically, is what he's trying to tell him to do, And it's fantastic, man. It's really great stuff. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the more we talk about it, the more you remember the stuff he was in. Read by Nature says he's Frank Burns in MASH. Yeah. He wasn't in the television show, but he played Frank Burns in the movie. Yes, he did.
Irony is that table scene with Sonny and everybody around it.
Right.
When they leave the room in the exact order they've died.
Yeah. You're talking about at the end of Godfather 2.
Yeah.
Right, when it's Pop's birthday and he's coming home and they're all pissed off at Michael because he's going to join the army, right? Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, yep. Vincent earlier said I would have guessed Knock would have said Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Which is a movie I've never seen.
Oh, dude.
And that was when I was 2 years old when that came out. So I was not a big Cruise fan at that time, and it was a racing movie. I don't really care about racing movies, so
I don't either.
Definitely
trust me, that's one that you should watch. It really is, man. I'm not big on racing movies either. I'm not big into NASCAR. None of that shit. I do want to see F1. I've heard nothing but good things about F1. I want to see that one. But I went and saw Days of Thunder because I am a Tom Cruise fan. I dig the guy. He's one of those guys like Nolan. Until he shits the bed, I'm gonna keep going to see his movies. And my gosh, he's great as the guy that builds the car for him and the head of his his racing team. Yeah, the engineer behind the car and everything. It's a great movie. It's really good. As a matter of fact, what's our guy's name? Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Michael Rooker. He plays his nemesis in it. Man, he plays the guy that they're always beating each other up on the racetrack.
You're going down, boy.
That's it, man.
I don't know if he says that. I'm just assuming.
But yeah, it's like that. That they don't like each other. But you just have to see it. I don't want to give it away for you because it is a really good movie. I just have the guy from the TV show in front of my eyes. Yeah. He was. Yeah, Vince. He did play Frank Burns. He did. Very muted Frank Burns. He's not all hysterical like Frank is on the TV show. He's much more straight-laced. But, I mean, all the roles, man. Open Range with Kevin Costner. He's fantastic in that movie. But my personal favorite of his has to be The Apostle, the one he tried to get made for 20 years. It was a passion project of his. He basically financed it himself. He wrote it. He directed it. He stars in it. It's the story of a guy that's a revival tent preacher, but you find out his past, and he's a guy that's fighting demons. He really is, and he's doing it through preaching. He's trying to get closer to his Lord through his flock, And I was watching today, and this is why I love going back and watching older movies. Walter Groggins, a very young Walter Groggins. He was 24 when he was in The Apostle with him. He was the guy that was his deacon in the church. He's the dude he hands the microphone to when he's leaving in the final scene of the movie. If you remember what I'm talking about. Once again, I don't want to give away what happens and everything, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. Walter Goggins, and I should have grabbed some of the reactions, man, but everybody was saying how much they loved that, and you could tell the guys that had worked with him and stayed friends with him, they all called him Bob. They all called him Bob. Robert De Niro called him Bob. Al Pacino called him Bob. You know, yeah. It's a sad day for those of us that are big time movie fans, because let me tell you, this guy, he did it all. He did it all. He was leading man, kind of like what you're talking about with Hemsworth. Could he do that? Yes, this guy could do that. He could do it all. He was something else. I would say, and what I thought was really cool, just to sum it up real quick, I'll let these guys say one more word, but when I watched the news story about it, they said that his wife had said, look, as far as a tribute to him and whatnot, what you should do is go watch one of his movies. Or go out in nature, because that's what he loved to do. He loved to be outside. He owned a ranch in Virginia, so he really loved movies and he loved doing it. So he made 93 movies in 60 years as an actor, so 60 plus, I think. So yeah, and you know what his first movie role was? The mute in To Kill a Mockingbird. That was him. Yeah. And he did such a great job at it. You know what I mean? Not a one word spoken, but you could read everything on his face, you know? Guy was phenomenal. Love him. Anything else you want to say about Robert Duvall? Other than you love the smell of napalm in the morning?
Yeah.
By the way,
victory.
What's that? Smell of victory. Smells like
victory.
Yeah. By the way, his favorite role he ever played? Augustus McCrae from Lonesome Dove. That was his favorite one he ever played. Yeah. And I love that miniseries. If you're into Westerns, you should watch that one. It's fantastic. Let's see. You can join in on Saturday's Comic Relief Crusader movie matinee this week, Morocco, with Gary Cooper and Marlena Dietrich. Cool. Is he here? Is that why you're pushing his stuff, man? What's up? I didn't see him get in there. But anyway, yeah. Anything else you want to say about Robert Duvall, guys? Anything? No? Okay. Well, I dig the guy, and I'm definitely going to watch Network. That's one I forgot. He's an asshole in that movie. He's fantastic in that one. I'm definitely watching Network. I'm definitely watching Lonesome Dove, and I'm definitely watching The Apostle. The Apostle it's a great movie. That's a guy that has demons. All right, we got the sad stuff out of the way. Earlier this week, we had a bunch of pictures drop of the set backstage on Highlander. There's Dave Bautista as the Kurgan. Look out!
Why does he look like that? What's his name? The singer with the tattoos
Post
on
Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone.
In that first picture, he looked like that. Maybe not the beard, but the stuff on his face.
Right.
It just reminds me.
Let's
of,
go back and take a look. Yeah.
Yeah, like that right there. That one.
Right. But yeah, they're hot and heavy into this one, guys. They are getting it done. There they are doing wire work. Looks like they're flying across each other or something, with the swords out. I love it. You know they CGI a lot now. All they've got's the hilt of the sword with no blade. You see that? That's pretty cool. But anyway, that Star Wars girl will be happy. She got new Henry Cavill pictures. You know what I mean? Yep. She's in love with that guy. Let's see.
I did finally see the first Highlander.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I watched it like a week ago.
What'd you think, man?
It's fine. I probably would have liked it better growing up, but I think I watched the TV show growing up because that was what's on TV.
Right. The TV show wasn't bad. Here's my problem though. That movie's like a one shot. They ended up making what? 2 more sequels after that?
More
and I was like, no, I didn't watch either
movies.
one of them. I'm like, no, it ended. He's the one. That's it. You know. Let's see. Vince says napalm line is so iconic, but Robert Duvall didn't remember that line. You know what? I always remember the line after that when he says it smells like victory. Then he just stops for a second. He gets really. He starts thinking, and he looks at the guys, and he says, "You know, one day this war is going to end." And he almost sounds sad when he says it. You know, like he doesn't want it to end. You know, it's pretty wild. I pushed it just because you said watch old movies. Oh, okay. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. I always love to go. What I love to do is go back and watch movies from the 80s that Knock Can't Stand and see who's in it that I watch now. You know what I mean? As young people, you know, or the 90s or the 2000s to see who's in it. And like I said, when I saw that Walter Goggins was in The Apostle, I was like, oh my God, cool. And he, in his little spiel that he wrote, he said, this guy was my mentor, man. I loved him, you know, that kind of thing. Post McDonald's, more like it. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. He looks like some glued. Oh, okay. I'm not reading that. Someone glued whatever to his face. But anyway, that's Highlander. We got some background stuff on Highlander. We had a trailer drop for Spider Noir. A first look at Nicolas Cage's dark take on Spider-Man. What did you think of that, guys? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching that.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
Well, let me entertain you then. I do have it here. I think I accidentally... No, did I actually close it? Yeah, I did. But that's okay, because it's going to be on my history, because I queued all these up, my friends. Yes, I did. So we'll get to them.
I'm just not as hyped on this as you guys are. I have no personal history with noir.
Well, have you seen Into the Spider-Verse, the animated Spider-Man movie?
And it was fine. He was just another Spider-Man. Cool.
He was in it, and that's really where this came from.
I know who he is. I'm just saying I don't care for his character. I mean, not enough to be hyped about it. He's a fine character. He was cool in the movie, but
I think the reason why people were more into it was because of the fact that it was Nicolas Cage that was voicing him. I think it was the big hit, and that's why they decided to run with this, you know. Let me go ahead and share this real quick.
I'm going to watch it, but just because.
Just because. That's it. Okay. Here we go, boys and girls. Let's check out Spider Noir. Let's see. See if I can do my magic real quick. I can't do my little, thing with the frame and all that stuff, but I can still do the playback speed at least. Try and throw it off that way. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And it helps if there's sound, Joe. Unmute it. Now,
of course, I'm going to watch it in black and white.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Who's going to watch that in color? I mean, it's noir. You're supposed to watch it in black and white, aren't you? I mean, come on. But
that's a TV series?
Yes, it's going to be a series on Prime. I don't know if it's going to be like a mini series or if it's going to have seasons. I really don't know. But yeah, 1930s New York is where it's going to take place. That looks cool as shit to me. I don't know. But then again, I'm biased, you know. They could do a movie with Spider-Ham in it. I'd probably freak out. You know what I'm saying? I think Martin stepped in here at some point. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yeah, he says, greetings, my excellent friends. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. He was on the show we did earlier of Tom Noonan's Manhunter. Let's see. I think 8 episodes is what Vince is talking about. Might watch it in color the second time around. If it has to be good to watch it a second time, though, doesn't it? Read by nature. And Keely Chow is here. He says, "Good morning from Hong Kong." Good to see you.
I remember watching Fallout Season 1 3 times in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, it was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's got to be good to watch it again and again, right? If Fallout sucked, Do you think you'd have watched it over and over again? No, I don't think so. Keely Chow is here, and there's another guy here, and you know his name. It's not Fuck Headquarters 2005.
There are some who call me Tim.
It's good to see you, Tim. He says hail. And friggin' Read by Nature says Duck Patrol check-in by Keely Chow. There you go. Okay, next up. This one caught my eye. And, this is a show I watched when I was younger. David, you pronounce his last name for me, John?
I forgot how to pronounce
Boreanaz? Is that how you say it?
Boreanaz.
David Boreanaz, whatever it is. The guy from Bones and Angel and what else was he on? SEAL Team 6. Yeah, SEAL Team. He's going to play in the lead role of NBC's The Rockford Files reboot pilot, boys and girls. Pilot. The pilot season is back. You mean we're actually going to vet these shows before we start making them? We're actually going to see if they're any good before we start making them, John? What is this? It's an old practice.
Weird. Yeah.
Thank God it's coming back, right? This is not one you've probably ever seen, but this was a popular TV show. I believe the theme song, which was just instrumental, there was no words to it, actually cracked the top 40, I think, didn't it, back in the day when it was on TV? But it was just about a detective that lived in a trailer park, I mean, and his dad was one of his, main characters on the show. It would be like if you and I were a friggin' private detective, it was called The Rockford Files. It was pretty cool. He does look the part, to be honest. E. Clay Thomas says, boo. He probably thinks like my brother. My brother saw this and he said, they don't need to reboot this. They don't need to remake this. It's watch the old shows. That's what you should do. Because we were both big fans of James Garner back in the day. So, do your dad ever watch Rockford Files or anything like that, Mac?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware of. Yeah, it's a cool premise. It was about the same time as The Fall Guy with Lee Majors? It was about the same time.
It was a little before.
Little before? Yeah. Late 70s, I think, is when Rockford Files started.
And it started I thought it started like in 75.
Really? Well, if there was only a way we could look it up. Right? The Rockford Files. 1974. You were closer than I was. It went off the air in 80. Yep. That was it. That's his dad right there smoking the pipe. Love it. His dad was a great character on the show, man. Was always giving him hell.
Noah Berry.
Yeah. But anyway, I'd be down with watching that. I like that guy. I just call him what was his character's name on Bones? Shit. See, I'm gonna have to look up Bones now too, because I can't remember that guy's name for shit.
Booth. Seeley
Booth. That's it. Yeah, Booth. He played Booth. This is the show that makes me think he'd be good as Jim Rockford. Yeah, he'd be good as Jim Rockford. He needs to grow out his hair out a little bit and quit looking so military, though. I mean, Rockford had some hair on him, man.
Yeah, but it was the 70s, so.
Yeah, I know. Everybody had hair back then, so. But anyway, yeah, that could be cool. I think that could be cool.
That gives me a little more hope than when they first announced it. So.
Really? Why's that? Oh, you mean the pilot they were going to shoot?
Yeah.
Them announcing they were going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear
they
you.
don't have a good track record of reboots.
E. Clay Thomas says not enough grit. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. And by the way, it's a pilot, so we won't even see it, boys and girls. Let me tell you, those of you that are around Knox age probably don't know how this works. Pilot season is about now. They make the pilots and they submit them right like in May. Okay, they shoot a pilot and they give it to the networks in May. And what happens is they look at the pilots and they order the ones they want, how many episodes they want. They make the deal for the amount of episodes they want off those pilots. But if they don't like the pilot, they don't push it forward. It dies right there. You never see the pilot unless it becomes a television show. The pilot is usually the first show, you know.
Well,
usually.
sometimes they'll release the pilot.
Yeah, sometimes they will.
Later on.
Like, for instance, here's one I love to talk about, Star Trek. Yeah. You see the pilot, but you see it, was it the third season they put it in?
No, it was the first season.
Was it the first season? But it's a two-part, the only two-part episode they ever had of Star Trek. It's called The Menagerie. It's a two-parter, and the pilot is actually the footage they're watching on the screen during the trial. And that you know, but if the show doesn't, if they hadn't liked that pilot, we'd have never seen Star Trek. Never seen it. They wouldn't have moved forward from there. So, let's see. I think Garner's daughter gave him her blessing. Really? Yeah, that's cool. Unlike the 2011 Wonder Woman pilot. Yeah,
that was bad.
Yep. Okay. So
I'm just hoping this means they're going to go back to 22 episode seasons too.
That would be nice. I mean, you know, the last show that I watched regularly that was like that was The West Wing. They had 22 to 24 episodes a season. Yeah. And not half-hour episodes either. They were full-hour episodes. Yeah. So, okay. Next up, this one, who was it submitted this? Was it you or Knock that submitted this?
Oh, the John Wick game?
Yeah.
That was me.
Okay. They have an Xbox. Saber Interactive is who's developing it. Tailored for mature audiences, and it's currently in development. Single player, third person. Love it. Nice. That'll work. I actually have the footage real quick. Let me go ahead and get that up real fast. And does that pique your interest, guys, at all? From the gaming front?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it.
Yeah. It looks pretty good. You actually see some cinematics in the trailer, but I don't know if you see. I think you see some gameplay.
It's a mix.
But I don't. You know. I think it's in there, and it looks pretty good to me. I don't know. We'll see. You guys take a look at this trailer real quick. Let's see. I hate this. I have to do it separately every time for this. But we shall overcome, ladies and gentlemen. It will work. Here you go. Check out the John Wick video game. Likely mature. Of course it's going to be mature. Are you kidding me? Wow, cinematics have gotten better, haven't they?
A man with your skill set must be able to move unconstrained, unrestricted. He must be versatile, capable, adaptable.
Oh!
He must be grounded, stable, constant. I believe you are ready, sir.
Yeah.
the gameplay. There you
Hi,
go.
I'm Chad Stahelski. Today is a big day for the John Wick franchise. In collaboration with Saber and Lionsgate, I'm thrilled to share a first look at the John Wick video game currently in development. Follow along the journey because we have a lot more to show.
There you go.
What up, Red?
Is he here? Is Colin here? Let's see. I'm looking, scrolling. There he is. Yep. I hope the gameplay is good. They said the trailer isn't actual gameplay, but we shall see. Well, the part at the end was. That part at the end was actual gameplay. So it didn't look too bad. Didn't look too bad. And he says, "Yes, sir." It's good to see you, Colin. Good to see you. Let's see what else.
Have a little bit of that Arkham style gameplay.
Yeah. See, that's one that I've thought about doing some playthroughs of. You know. I mean, me and Martin are going to do a Way Out starting in March, but after we do that, that may be something I do because I've heard really good things about those Arkham games and I've never played them.
Assuming we ever get done with Baldur's Gate, I'm probably going to do Indiana Jones and the Great Circle with the DLC.
Yeah, I almost picked that up the other day. I saw it, but you know what? It's pretty expensive for a used copy of it, man. People aren't giving it up too easy. I actually went in looking for a, what's it called? Expedition 33. I've been watching Brian play it, and I really want to get that one. But that one, you can't even get a used copy. Nobody's bringing them back. Yeah, you can't get a used copy of it.
There's a reason why it won Game of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool, man. I'm looking forward to playing that one. Even though I don't usually play these turn-based games like, you know, Baldur's Gate, but that one's got a parry thing to it that looks pretty cool. You need to have the timing down for that shit. But anyway, yeah, John Wick game. Are you enticed, Knock? What do you think? You think you might try that one out?
I don't know. I mean, I still haven't even seen the third movie. Just never got around to it. I don't know. I might have to give the movie. I've never seen the side, you know, the
Ballerina.
Yeah, all the other spin-offs or whatever, and
Artemis Hotel.
I like the first.
Hotel Artemis.
I've watched the first two, and I like the first one especially. I never felt the need to watch more. I dug them, but I don't know. So I'm not that hyped about the game, but I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, you know me. I'm not going to buy anything brand new. I'm going to wait for the reviews and whatnot, but. Yeah, that's something that's in my wheelhouse right there. It looks like it's going to be a straightforward story-driven game. It doesn't look open world. It looks like it's going to be telling a tale, and you're going to be fighting your way through the story. That's something I dig. I've done that before with Last of Us, you know. Yeah, definitely. It's in my wheelhouse. But like I said, I'm going to wait. You know, I've been burnt too many times. It's spending $100 on a game and only play it for an hour. What the fuck? Better than Max Payne, Vince Womack says. I've never played Max Payne. I don't know if that's any good or not. I can't comment on that one. So,
Last game I paid full price for was Death Stranding, the first one. And I played that for like 30 minutes and never played.
Yeah, I haven't picked it back up either, Knock. That's another one that burned me.
It's so cool. You can make up like trade routes. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to walk around for.
Right, I don't need to be a high-tech postal servant. Yeah.
I'll just watch the postman.
I think the last one I picked up full price was Fallout 76.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I've bought other games at full price because there's my regulars that I'll always get to support the brand. Like
the last, guys, the last full-price game all of us bought was the college football game, for sure.
I didn't buy mine full price. I got
you
mine
didn't?
half price. I got mine for $33.
Look at you. Look at you. Walking simulator, Vince says. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There you go. The walking simulator. Oh, I freaking love Max Payne games, not the movie. Gotcha.
No, the movie sucked.
Wasn't Wahlberg in that movie? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad.
Veilguard, I didn't buy it. It was on PlayStation Plus or whatever, and
Yeah,
give it a try.
that's where I got it.
Gameplay wise, it was fine. It was fine.
Okay.
But that was it. I played it for a couple of hours. The story was kind of interesting. But it didn't draw me in. But I've never been big on the Dragon Age.
I was fixing to say, I think I bought like the second Dragon Age game and never finished it. So
Well, the first one's good. Dragon Age Origins is good.
After
that, it goes downhill quickly.
I got maybe a couple days worth into what's the Exquisitor? Is that one of them, John? Exquisitor, something like that, where you're Expedition, something like that. Whatever it's called, where you kind of take over a city, kind of thing. And you have like a little bit of management going on, or castle management kind of thing going on. Inquisition, that's it. Red got it. I put a few hours into that one, but I just kind of, I don't know, it fell off for me. I got bored and I didn't get back into it. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was like Avowed for me. I played. It started out good, and then it got really repetitive and boring.
Yeah.
All righty, boys and girls. Next up, Mardi Gras season is over, but the news from Mardi Gras is not. Shia LaBeouf arrested on battery charges after aggressive behavior during Mardi Gras celebrations. You guys should hear the stories I'm hearing about this dude. If you've checked out the videos, which I'm not going to show here, that's kind of sensationalist, but let me tell you, this guy has fallen off the wagon in a big way down there during Mardi Gras. I saw a video where he was just getting the shit kicked out of him by people he was mixing it up at a bar on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, my response was, well, it is Shia LaBeouf, so they get a pass.
It is Shia LaBeouf. But here's the thing. He was making a comeback, man. I mean, the guy was actually getting some decent parts again. Looked like he was turning it around. Now, all of a sudden, this married guy with kids is out at the bar hitting on chicks and starting fights. And
getting his ass kicked.
And didn't you tell me you saw something where he got out of jail and he's right back to it?
Yeah, he was like the next day. He got bailed out. I saw a Facebook post where someone was like, "I bailed him out and he paid me back threefold." I don't know if that's true because it was on Facebook.
Right.
But there was definitely pictures of him right back at it and videos of him right back at it after he'd been arrested, just right back out. And people he's just chilling. He's just chilling right out there on the street.
Oh my God! Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. Normal Tuesday night for Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf or LaBeau?
I say LaBeouf just because I
always thought it was
sound
Shia
funny.
LaBeouf.
I say it.
I thought the F was silent.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he first got crazy and he was posting those videos from somewhere?
And then 4chan figured out where he was.
4chan tracked his ass down.
He will not divide us, I think, is what he was doing.
Yeah.
I think it was when Trump was in office the first time is what it was. Something like that. Oh, man, it was just crazy. I love the live-action capture the flag game he played. That's what he's talking about. Yep. Yeah, that was good stuff. I hate it, though, because the guy really, when you think about it, he's a good actor. He is good.
I honestly don't think I'll watch another Transformers movie until he's back in it.
The Wahlberg ones, I've only seen one that I liked. The first one with Wahlberg in it was okay. But, God, that one that had to do with, what was it, King Arthur and all that shit?
Yeah.
I was like, you have overreached now, fellas. What is this shit? You know? I was like, what are you doing? But anyway.
If they wanted to print money, they would do a Dinobots movie.
Right. You know, I'm in the recovery business myself. I'm all about people getting second chances. Somebody get that kid some help, man. Get him back in the AA meetings or something. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. Next up, it's finally here, boys and girls. And apparently Martin Scorsese, the famous director, has a role in The Mandalorian and Grogu. Apparently. The iconic director pops up in the Star Wars trailer as fans weigh in with their reactions. Well, I haven't seen this yet. Have you guys seen it yet?
Yes, I've seen it, And based on the trailers, if I only have to pick one movie with a buddy movie,
Yeah.
with a little animated sidekick, I'm gonna watch Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary. That comes out this month, I think. We'll talk about that next week. Yeah. We're going to be talking about it next week during what's coming up in March, right?
Yeah, I guess that's next week, yeah.
Okay, so let me go ahead and do my magic here. Hopefully, you watch. I'm going to have to cut out all these trailers we're showing, but that's okay. I figure we just watch them and comment later. That way, people don't miss what we're saying in the middle of the thing instead of trying to catch it all. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here we go, ladies and gents. Check out the first full trailer from The Mandalorian. Knock, have you seen this yet?
Yes.
You have? I'm the only one that hasn't seen it?
I posted it in the thread. I don't. It's your fault you don't watch it.
It's Star Wars. Of course he's seen it.
Yeah, true.
Like me in disaster or monster movies.
Joe, are you showing it?
Oh, shit.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I'm sure it's a fantastic freaking trailer.
I'm sure
Joe.
it's a fantastic trailer that you'll never see because I haven't
quiet.
switched.
I wasn't sure if you were still working on it or
Yeah, I forgot to switch it. I got everything going. And it's just, look, man, producing's tough. I need a producer. That's just all there is to it. But anyway, here we go.
Hey, never touch the buttons.
Is this guy ever going to grow up?
I don't know. He's like 8 years old.
I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters. War criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Strap in.
You will suffer. And then it will be his turn.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for?
They fly now?
Let's save the rest for after dinner.
That looks decent, man. It really does. That looks decent. That's better than what they've shown so far.
Yeah, but Project Hail Mary looks better.
I don't know. I'd probably be more into this one myself. But I like stuff like this better.
Hail Mary trailer?
What?
Have you seen the Project Hail Mary?
Yes, of course I have. Yes,
one?
I've seen all of them. Yeah. I'm just saying I like this kind of movie better. It's got more action and stuff to it. You know, there's not that much action.
I do want to see that arena fight. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
With the buff Hut.
Right? Hut Hulk. Yeah, that's him. The Hut Hulk.
I mean, that they do exist. That's not a new thing.
I will watch it in cinemas. Yeah, I'm going to go see both of them, Project Hail Mary and this one. I'm hoping for something good. I am hoping for something good. I'm still not going to watch it because it's Disney Star Wars. Well, Keely Chow. Yes, some people have been totally blackpilled on it. I will give anything a chance. The only thing I outright have not watched, as far as this Star Wars stuff is concerned, was Obi-Wan. That right there, I said, no, I'm not watching that show. I saw too much stupid bullshit about it. And he had one job anyway. He was supposed to stay on Tatooine and watch Luke. That's it. That's all he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's not a hard job to do. He's supposed to be an old man sitting there collecting dust. That you know.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. I feel like they, just to go, I won't go too crazy with it, but a little bit into the lore of the EU universe, right? We always reference that with what they could have brought back. There was a different Jedi who made it through the Purge that actually ended up doing the same thing Obi-Wan did for Luke, did for Leia.
Yeah.
He actually was on Alderaan and stayed there while she grew up and kind of protected her. And then became a decent part of the rebellion, starting the rebellion. With all the senators and stuff. So it was unfortunate. They kind of took that and made it Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So it just seemed kind of weird. Although I will say the fight scenes between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, that was pretty cool to see. Even though, obviously it didn't make a lot of sense lore-wise. It was a really cool scene. It was if you wanted to think about what would have happened if they met, that's the scene you would get right there.
Right.
If they had met.
Yeah. Now, this is what Disney needs to do, if you ask me. He just mentioned a character that I love, Rom Coda from Force Unleashed. Love that fucking character, man. They should have done a Star Killer movie. I think so too. I completely agree with you, and I'm sure that Nock would love to see the trilogy book with this guy Thrawn in it, the Heir to the Empire. Isn't that the name of it? I'm sure he wants to see that. But these fucks at Disney, to Kelly Chow's point, they fucked it up. So
Oh, you want a strong female? Mara fucking Jade.
Mara fucking Jade. You'll never see because they dumped all of that fucking shit.
So stupid. You brought Thrawn back. You can bring her back.
Yeah. The fight scene was the best part of the series, but the reason why I didn't watch it, Colin, is because the series made no sense. I just no. As soon as I found out he left Tatooine, I was like, no, what is this? This is fucking stupid. No.
The only one I didn't watch was The Acolyte.
Yeah. Well, we watched The Acolyte just, I watched the first episode of it and I said, oh shit, I got to see where this train wreck goes because, it really just.
The production was good. The fight scenes were pretty decent. It was the story that was just
the story was horrible. It was horrific. And it sounds like, from what you're saying, Nock, that Obi-Wan was the same way. That the production value was really good and the story was shit. So
except for the stupid and then the stupid fucking there was two chase scenes with little Leia and her little fucking feet.
Come on, bro.
I'm like, and adults couldn't capture her. Like, you guys are ridiculous.
Yeah.
No. To let you know how stupid Obi-Wan is.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you say.
They go up to a gate.
I've seen the laser gate thing, and there's a clear gap. You can walk right around the motherfucker.
No, not walk. Drive.
Drive around that motherfucker.
Not walk.
Yeah. It was bad. It's like,
yeah,
that was pretty fucking
go
stupid.
around.
Yeah. Well, let's get to talking about somebody that we like. Walter Goggins is going to be with Chloe Grace Moretz. You know her from as what was her name in Kick-Ass? Hit Girl. That's it. Yeah. To star in action comedy Mister for John Wick's outfit Thunder Road. Filming begins next month in Madrid. Just wanted to let you know what Walter Goggins is doing next because I love this guy.
I hope they don't Pedro Pascal him and put him in everything.
Yeah, I don't.
I really like the guy, so I really don't want him to be the song you listen to for every day for 3 weeks and then you never listen to it again.
Mm-hmm.
So don't. Yep. I hope Hollywood doesn't ruin him. That's all.
I hope not. Yeah, John.
That Chloe Grace Moretz, she's got cast in another movie just announced like today. That's like a remake, and I just forgot what it was.
Okay, well, hang on a second. We'll look her up in. Yeah,
she's really cool. It's a shame she goes for the other side.
Really, she bats for the wrong team, dude. Really?
Yeah, she's married to married to a chick.
Just broke my heart, dude. Are you kidding me? She grew up pretty nice.
Some guy ruined it. Made her swear off men or something. I don't know.
No,
I have no idea what made her decision, but that's a shame.
That is a shame. Yikes! Yikes! Define missed opportunity. Chloe Grace should have been cast as Batgirl after her roles in Kick-Ass. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Hang on. Let's not go too far about this. Is Batgirl violent?
Well, yeah. Batgirl?
I don't fucking know, Joe. That's why I'm asking. Like, is she?
Is Batman violent?
I mean, she doesn't kill.
She's the female side.
He doesn't kill.
Okay. All right.
I'm saying, okay, and what I'm referring to, gentlemen, so don't fucking talk. No. This is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. Because you're talking about DC. And
Have you seen any Batman movies?
He doesn't kill anybody. It's like
he doesn't kill anybody, but he'll break every bone in their body. That's for sure.
Understand?
He
Okay,
doesn't
hang on, old guys. Listen, I'm talking about Hit Girl, right? Going from she wants to kill everything.
You're right.
Going to a DC. That's taming her.
She could do it.
I don't want her to downgrade to someone that's not going to kill anybody.
I understand.
Right? That's what I'm talking about.
I hear you.
I'm sure she kicks ass. I'm not talking about that. Like, not the movie kick ass.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying, I don't want a tamed down version Batgirl if she's going to be Batgirl. I want Hit Girl in a bat suit.
These are her
none of those.
stuff. It's none
It
of
may
these.
not even be on there yet.
Okay. All right. You just found out about this today, huh?
Yeah, it was on Twitter.
All right. I just figured I'd check. But anyway, that's what Walter Goggins is up to.
And Joker, I'm not talking about the comics. I'm sure comics have them all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah.
They do more in comics than they do on the big screen.
Yeah, but I think you've heard me say before when I'm talking about the Justice League movie, or no, not the Justice League movie, Dawn of Justice, the Superman versus Batman movie. I always challenge people, hey, find a better Batman fight scene than when he's going after Superman's mom, because he wastes a whole bunch of dudes that are after him in that one, man. It's very cool. But yeah, he will break every bone in somebody's body. He won't kill them, but he will definitely put them in pain, a whole lot of pain. Let's see. Killy Chow said roll tide. I told Killy Chow roll tide. Hit Girl would be perfect girlfriend for Damian Wayne. Oh my God. I hope I never see Damian Wayne in a fucking movie. Good Lord. If they never put Robin in. The best Robin to me is the guy you didn't even know was Robin until the end of the movie. The one in The Dark Knight Rises. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was the best Robin. Damn it. Okay. We got a little more video game news here. I told Martin he was going to love the name of this website. Rock, Paper, Shotgun. That's the name of this website. As Highguard's website goes dark, a report emerges that the not-so-indie shooter was funded by Tencent. Yeah, apparently this had some backing behind it before it failed. If you haven't heard what's going on with this game, this is another one like Overwatch or Marvel Rivals that's this PvP raid thing. And it was only up like a couple of weeks, guys, before they shut down the website. This is very interesting to me. Very interesting.
You're getting fired. You're getting fired.
Yeah,
your chair. You're getting fired.
They laid off they said in the article that, now the website going down obviously isn't an immediate confirmation that the game is shutting down, but given that last week most of the team was apparently laid off, yeah, I think you could take that as an indicator that this game is going the way of the dodo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's crazy. And this, I mean, did either one of you guys know about this game or even try it? I know, Knock, you and I talked pre-game. This is not your type of game. You would never play anything like this.
I only heard of its failure. That's it. It's not my kind of game.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the people I follow on X, they were hammering it really hard.
Yeah. It's, this is another one of these games like that's a PvP raid game where you got like teams of 4 or whatever going up against each other and stuff. But apparently it died on the vine quickly. They cut bait fast on this thing, which is really weird, man. Usually you see them tinker with it a little bit, just not cut it outright. They also blamed the gamers for it failing. The gamers for it failing? Oh, so they're going the Hollywood route now, huh? Yep. They're blaming the fans. Is that what it is? They're blaming the fans. Okay, sure. Whatever. The Whitfield Report is here. He says, rest in peace, Augustus McCrae. That way, I don't know if you heard earlier, Sam, but that was his favorite role that he ever played. He said that in several interviews. That was his favorite role. That's right, man. We already talked about that earlier.
they showed like the peak weekend for this game had
Yeah.
like 300 people.
Oh my God. Peak
For the weekend, yeah.
Ooh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Joker's voice is off to get ready for Wednesday night is overbooked. You guys go check it out. If you love wrestling, you need to go check out him and Duke Blue Devil and that bunch over there. They're going to have a good time here in a few minutes. So you guys take it easy. Once I get monetized, Joker's voice, I'm going to set up my show to go directly to your stream whenever I'm done, man, because I do dig your stuff. He does wrestling videos every day, guys. If you're not following the Joker's voice and you like wrestling, you're messing up. Okay, next up, a little bit more video game news. We've got Dead by Daylight movie adaptation lands the Conjuring and Crawl combo as writers. Blumhouse, Atomic Monster has teamed with Behavior Interactive to adapt the Canadian game studio's hit horror video franchise. So I have to ask you guys, has anybody played Dead by Daylight? I have never played it myself.
This is going to be a generic slasher movie is all it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the premise of the game?
So
you got to survive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you're on a circular map.
Mm-hmm.
Think of a. I'm trying to give you a frame of reference. Think of a typical Uncharted level, right? But in a circle, right?
Okay.
You got boxes and you got traps and you got things like that. And you're basically in this small circle. You're trying to escape. You start out with 4 survivors and 1 killer, right?
Mhm.
All players.
Right.
The killer's job is to prevent it's like John said, survival. You're trying to prevent them from escaping. And generally what you try to do is you either try to find an escape, like a hatch, which is really hard to find, or you have to activate the generators that open up the gates because it's gated, right?
Yeah.
It's got a big old fence around it. But while you're trying to do the generators, you make noise, you can do stuff that gives you away. And then of course the killers, bigger, faster, and stronger than you. And they have tons of different, I think they have like 50 different bad guys now, John, or 20 or 30.
Yeah.
Are they all from movie franchises?
Oh yeah.
Or are they?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have they have Jason, they have or Mike Myers, they got they got all the big ones. Different. They all, of course, they have their own little traits that they could do. So he's trying to say, and then they sometimes you'll see them. They have hooks everywhere, and that's how the bad guy, or how the bad guy gets them, is he grabs them and puts them on hooks.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other characters could either leave that one high and dry, or they can try to save them by distracting them and getting them off the hook and helping them and stuff like that. But you're just trying to escape, and that's the game. That's all you do on different types of maps, different types of players.
I got you.
And the players get perks too. Like faster generator or quieter and stuff like that. You'll see a lot of the scenes you'll see is the killer running after them, and then they put planks in their way. Pallets. They block the killer with pallets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see in the here on the website, Millie Bobby Brown and the bunch from
I'm sure. Yeah, they've done a lot of crossover.
Stranger Things look like they're going to be
of
involved in a future chapter of the game. So, yeah. This comment
game's
right
like
here,
10
read by
years
nature.
old.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
This game's like 10 years old.
Yeah,
I understand that, but it's popular. I know that. A lot of people have played it. Read by Nature says, it seems like a funny IP to adapt, as half their killers are licensed horror movie icons, and their original killers are also homages to others. I thought that myself once Knock was and John were explaining it to me, because, I don't know, I think of... Ready Player One, and how I felt after seeing that movie. There was a lot of missed opportunities because there was a lot of pop culture references that weren't in that movie that would have worked really well, and I'm sure it was just because of licensing and things like that. So, I loved it when the Mecha Godzilla was like an ultimate weapon in the movie and stuff like that. I thought that was cool as shit, but it sure seemed like, we didn't see Mario anywhere in the movie. There was several other things that they could have put in there.
We're still waiting on Netflix to release the Nemesis system.
Right.
Still waiting.
But go ahead.
I was going to say, if they wanted to adapt a game in that genre, they should have instead of Dead by Daylight, they should have adapted 7 Days to Die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if you did that, you just have every zombie movie that ever existed, John. It's
Right.
It's already adapted. It's already
That's
done.
what it is, right? This is what it is.
It's a zombie survival game. That's every survival movie, zombie movie out there.
I like the Gundam too. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next up, guess what? We're going to get one of the dream fights we've always wanted to get. Netflix is throwing their hat into the MMA ring, and they're going to kick it off with a fight between Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano? What? Get out of town. Unbelievable. Netflix uncancels Gina Carano for MMA fight with Ronda Rousey. The streaming giant's first ever live mixed martial arts card marks 5 years from Carano's Disney Plus firing. I'm happy for these two. More Gina than anything else. But, man, they're not in their prime anymore. Either one of these two. The last one to be fighting was Ronda Rousey. And that has to be 5+ years ago that happened. I'm pretty sure. Huh?
It was a decade ago, and Gina hasn't fought for 16 years.
Yeah. I mean, she fought before Rousey. Rousey's big claim to fame is she was the first UFC female champion. But Gina was fighting way before that. So, and if you look at the tail of the tape, both of them have 3 knockouts in their arsenal. But, my God, Ronda's got like 9 submissions. Her whole game was that armbar. But in their prime, I'd put my money on Gina Carano in 2 seconds because she's a striker and she'd beat the shit out of Ronda and not let her near her, which is exactly what Holly Holmes did when she broke her, basically.
Yep.
But who knows what we're going to get in this one. Apparently Netflix doesn't even care about WB Games division in the deal.
Which means they should take the money and license it out.
Yep. I wonder how much the tickets will be. They're going to be expensive. Believe that, man. This is that. Look, when I saw this, and I'm not a UFC fan, but when I saw that those two, when I saw this right here on Facebook, I was like, no, this is bullshit. Somebody made this up. And then I saw the article in fucking Hollywood Reporter. I was like, holy fuck me. Wow, they're actually doing it, man. It's a cash grab for sure. But I believe that both of these two, they were committed to the sport. Both of them were. Let's see. Gina said in an interview that she'd only come back to fight Ronda. And that makes sense. Why not? I mean, first of all, they're going to have to go through months of training.
Joe's wife.
They have not fought. And I mean, we just got done talking about it. I mean, the last one, the fight was Ronda Rousey a decade ago. So they're going to have to train up big time for this and get in shape. I mean, yeah. Fight will get big numbers. Yes, it will, Small Time Republic. It will. Everybody loves Gina. I mean, I say everybody. The loons don't like her, but hey, let me tell you what this really does well. It highlights biological females. These are real chicks gonna throw down, boys and girls. Real chicks. This is not somebody going through a transition or anything. This is 2 real women going at it, man. So yeah, I like both of them too, man. I do, Killy Chow. And
it's gonna be hard which one to pick to root for, but I'll probably end up going Gina.
Yeah,
I'm Gina all the way. I don't give a crap about Ronda Rousey.
Okay, I do. See, I'm a WWE fan, and I loved her when she was wrestling in the WWE. She had a great run.
Any of that. I know her name. I know very well. She was on a lot of headlines in her day, but I never watched any of that. And yeah,
look at Clay. He says it should have been a naked muscle.
Yes for Gina, no for Ronda.
Yeah, Ronda, she's kind of, she's built kind of svelte. There's not much to her, not many curves or anything like. But she's nothing but muscle, though. Don't be shy about that. She's a tough chick. She really is. Let's be classy about it. It should be bikinis. Yeah. Well, let me tell you. All I know is it's going to be a good fight because I know both of them Really, both of them, when they were fighting, wanted to represent the sport in a good way. They really did. Both of them did. So I'm looking forward to it. This is one of those old timer fights that I'm definitely going to watch. That's for sure. I'm going to pay to watch this thing for sure. And I haven't paid to watch any sporting event in a long time. So yeah, definitely going to check that out. Okay. Speaking of the girls that people like, it is time to check in on the girlfriend of the show. You know who it is.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue?
Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it.
Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than
Mr.
that...
President, Ms. Sweeney, to see you.
Have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
All right, it's time to check out Sydney Sweeney and see what she's up to this week. Sids, that's right. Hello, nurse. Bikinis that dissolve when wet. Okay, Vince, take it easy. Oh, and of course, Keely has lost his shit. Hand check for Keely Chow. First up,
Amazon was smart, that would be your next Bond girl.
Yeah, if they were smart, that would be the next Bond girl. Absolutely. That's absolutely. We heard a rumor earlier today that Jacob Elordi might. Now, this is a rumor, guys. It's a complete rumor. But didn't you tell me you saw something about they're considering him for the next James Bond?
He supposedly had a meeting with him or something.
Wow, okay. Let's see. Or at least edible. They can raffle off later. You can sell them off after the fight. Yeah. Look at these guys, man. They're crazy. Upcoming Sydney Sweeney movie adds the White Lotus actor to the cast. The cast member they're talking about is this fella here. Hang on a second. Let me find his face. Here he is. That's the guy right there. Deadline reports that Leo Woodall has joined Sydney Sweeney in the film adaptation of Edith Wharton's The Custom of the County. So, yeah, that's going to be... They say it's a tragic comedy? A tragic comedy? That sounds weird. Custom of the County. I've never even heard of it, but that's going to be her next project she's going to be working on. So we found out about that this week. Also, Sydney Sweeney gets carried away on a male model's shoulders in Siren photo. Now that's all I'm getting, guys, is these stories about the Siren stuff. She is full court press with the Siren lingerie stuff. This one says, meet us at the corner store for a midnight snack. The first Siren Playful collection drops Tuesday on the 17th. That was yesterday. So here they are. I guess they're stripping in the convenience store. I guess. I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, she's selling lingerie now, guys. Look at this. Wrapping stuff all over their heads.
Oh, is it COVID again? Is that
right? What is she doing? Oh, this is crazy. Okay, well, you know, when it comes to fashion, they do crazy shit. So I didn't want to play. This is nothing but music on here, if you're wondering why I'm not playing the sound. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney stripping in a convenience store. There you go. Voila. And then the other thing she's got this month is pictures from the photo shoot. So there you go. Midnight snack time for all. Our Playful Siren is now live at siren.com. You can go over to siren.com and check it out. But these are the pictures from the photo shoot. Dude, what are you doing? These guys, man. She's living the life, isn't she, guys? This is crazy. She's coming up on 30. What do you think, guys? How hard is she going to hit the wall? She hasn't hit it yet.
Oh, the wall's going to go, nope, I don't want any part of it.
I don't want any of this chick. Right? And there you go. That's your Sydney Sweeney update for this week. And Keely Chow still can't control himself. Stop it. Hand check. Hand check, Keely Chow. Hand check. All right. Let's see. 30 expired? No. She's not going to expire. No. Actually, let me tell you something. I like middle-aged ladies. I'm sorry. I just do. But, hey, she's cute right now, too. Ken is here. Let's see. Yeah, there he is. He says, greetings, Earthlings. Good to see you, buddy. That's my old bartending buddy. Yeah, man. Good to see you. Okay. Here, go ahead. You were about to say something?
She's going to go the Helen Mirren route.
Yeah. Look good till she's 90. Yeah. Age gracefully, right? I'll tell you the one that's amazing me these days is Jennifer Connelly. You want to talk about a chick that's smoking right now. When I saw her in the Top Gun Maverick movie a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, my God. You want to talk about a chick that minimal plastic surgery but looks fantastic. You know what I mean? She looks really good. Okay. Guess what, boys and girls? Usually we do this right before we start doing the reviews, but we've got to do, next week is the end of the month, so we've got to do what's coming up in March. We got to talk about the March movies. So here in 9 days, 27th, right? Yep.
Week from Friday.
Week from Friday, Monarch Season 2 begins. So we're going to talk about Monarch Season 1 and what we thought of it. And I figured an easy way to do this, just go through the episode guide on IMDb. It's got pictures that are kind of out of order and stuff, but we'll talk about what goes on. I'll read the synopsis for each episode, and we'll tell folks what there is in it. I will tell you this, though. I was pleasantly surprised by this show. I was gripped from the opening episode of it, man. And the thing, it's kind of like what they said about Godzilla -1. I had heard that if you took Godzilla out of the movie, you would still have a great post-apocalyptic story about a Japanese family and what went on with them, you know? And I think you get the same thing here. Of course, you've got, let's look at the cast before we start talking about the show itself. Of course, it's led by Kurt Russell, who is a great actor. He's been a great actor, his whole career. This is another one kind of like Robert Duvall. When he goes, I'm going to be just heartbroken because that's one of my heroes. I love the guy. Going all the way back to his Disney days. He's fantastic. And Wyatt Russell, his son. Now, they both play the same part. And it takes place as you watch the story of these characters. It's the story of Monarch. John, since this is your wheelhouse, please explain to the folks what Monarch is.
Monarch is an organization that is keeping tabs on the Titans, which are the kaiju, Godzilla, King Kong, all them.
Right.
They're a secret organization. They've got like, the black budget type stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But they really fly under the radar, and the budgets get listed as something else, that sort of thing.
Right.
But it's they've been dealing with Titans since all the way back to,
I think it's around the Korean War era we see it, right? It's after World War II, isn't it?
Yes.
I think.
The shots the where they start getting involved is 59 is when they go to Kazakhstan.
Okay.
And they're tracking down the
That's
Ion.
in the opening episode. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I just wanted them to get an overview of what Monarch was. And it's actually started by 3 of the characters, and we'll talk about that when we get in the first episode. But most of these folks you probably don't know. Ren Watabe and Anya, so I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Sawai, I think is how you say her name. But you've got some other good actors in here. Anders Holm's in it. Let's see. This guy right here, why do I feel like I should know this guy from something? Takahiro Hira. Have you seen him in anything else, John?
Doesn't he voice the dude in Cyberpunk? Isn't that character modeled after him? The guy the bodyguard of the dude in the hotel that you the head of the big corporation, Corpo.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I know he's in other things too, but I think that's where I recognize him from.
Yeah, but anyway, well, let's go ahead and get into what the story's all about. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the story guide and start with episode 1, and I'll read you the premise and we'll talk about it. Episode 1. The premise is Kate travels to Japan to get answers about her father and uncovers a shocking secret. Kiko, Lee, and Billy pursue a theory about the Titans. Now, what you're seeing here of John Goodman there, that is in the opening scene of this episode. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the opening scene of it. Yep. And he's got something, it's a bag full of something. We don't know what it is. But he's apologizing to somebody, and later on, you figure out that it's his. I believe it's the son, right, that lives in Japan. I think is who he's talking to, right? I'm not sure. No. It's the one that's the father of the two people in this episode.
Yeah.
It's the father that he's talking to, but you see here that. He runs to the edge of right before he's going to jump in the water. A crab starts defending him against this is 2 of the Titans now.
Mother Longlegs.
Yeah, it's a fucking huge spider, man. And apparently, John, these Titans, there's several different kinds of them. It's not just Godzilla and Kong, right?
No, there's a bunch of them. There's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen Godzilla King of the Monsters, you've seen how many there are.
Yeah.
But there's been Titans all throughout history. They just don't all wake up at the same time like they're doing right now.
Yeah, gotcha. Knock, feel free to jump in whenever.
Is the Loch Ness Monster one of them?
No, he's not a Titan.
Could be.
No.
Could be.
Nah, I don't think so. But anyway, we get a lot of references to this right here. Now, this is Kate. Kate is... she has gone to Japan to... find out something about her father, and she has a set of keys, and she goes to an apartment and finds out that one of his keys fits it, and she walks in, sees a bunch of pictures of him and people she doesn't know, and there's a woman inside the apartment, and turns out her dad was leading 2 lives, had 2 families on separate parts of the world. She lived in San Francisco and thought her dad lived there, but apparently he was living in Japan too, and he has a son there with this woman, and they confront Kate, and she leaves the apartment, and but they find out that they have a shared father, and she's a little freaked out, so she leaves. And then there's an alert in Japan. One of the things I thought was cool about this was a lot of the, and I'll have to click through these pictures, but they have a picture of it in here. Hang on. Let me click through them real quick and show you guys that in Japan, they have evacuation routes for if a kaiju shows up, and they've got silhouettes of Godzilla on there. Apparently,
you know, bunkers all ready to go.
Yeah, that all set, and she's seeing these for the first time when she gets off the plane, and we see through flashbacks that picture I showed you earlier of her, behind the bus. She was a teacher in San Francisco, and she lost a lot of her kids on that bus when Godzilla attacked San Francisco.
Yep.
And what's really wild about it is she's in a cab at one point going to the apartment, I think, if I remember correctly, and the cab driver has a podcast, and he's a conspiracy theorist, and he's telling her that the attack in San Francisco was a hoax. And she goes, really? Right? But she was actually there. They have an alert. Everybody's run down into the subways, and she doesn't know what's going on, but the two people she met in the apartment run into her on the street and show her which way to go and everything. And while she's down there, she has basically a PTSD panic attack, remembering what happened in San Francisco. And you see that iconic thing with Godzilla attacking the bridge.
She pretty much deals with it the entire freaking season.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing I dig about her. She is definitely wrecked by it. Let's see. Technically, Godzilla didn't attack San Francisco. He was attacking Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I hear you. In San Francisco. Yeah, another Titan probably. But anyway, it was a good lead-in episode. The other thing you saw was a flashback to, like I said, the Korean War era. You said 59, I think.
Yeah.
It was when they go to Kazakhstan and they're checking out. What they're hunting down is these. What are they called, man? They're portals, right?
Well, they don't know that they haven't. That's just a theory,
right?
But they're actually tracking down some radioisotopes that they picked up that came from Kazakhstan. So they're going to find out what's going on,
right?
And when they get there, they get to a place that's all fenced off and stuff. That's radioactive warning and stuff, and it's like, oh well, they've exploded a nuke or something. It turns out not to be the case. But.
Yeah, and I've got a picture of it right here. Here you go. There's some kind of insect-looking things that are down here, but when we first see them, it's just those globes, and they want to go down and get samples of it, and basically, samples, right? And
no, Dragon Balls.
Right, the Dragon Balls. But here's the thing: the guy that's there, you got three people here. You've got the scientist who's the woman. What's that character's name again? I don't remember her name.
Keiko?
The scientist.
Keiko Rhonda? Oh,
is it? I'm trying to remember her name.
To be up.
Dr. Kiko? Yeah. Kiko Mariah. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry. Anyway, we actually, it looks like we see her death. That's what it looks like. We lose her. When they're getting the samples, these things start hatching, and it's like a bunch of bugs piling on each other, they're trying to get out of this hole that they rappelled down into, and they drag her down, and they can't get her out. So that's basically what we see in that part for this episode. So we actually see her what we think is her death, So is there anything else about this episode we need to let them know about?
I can't think of specifically.
I think the only other thing,
been a little bit for me. I've only watched it once.
I think the only other thing that we might have seen was this right here. The actual, okay, there's one other character we do have to introduce him to, and that is the Hacker Supreme girl.
Yep.
I can't remember her name. I'll look it up here in a second, but she apparently has a relationship with the half brother of Kate. Okay. And they are obviously broken up, and she's got a chip on her shoulder when it comes to this guy, but she is a hacker extraordinaire. And she can look up anything and all kinds of stuff. We find that out about her in this episode. And
May is her name.
What is it?
May.
That's right, May. And we also introduced to this guy that works at Monarch. Apparently, they try and open some files that they found, which we find out is the bag that John Goodman's character threw in the ocean at the beginning of it, trying to get away from the Titans, right?
William Randa.
What's that?
William Randa is his character's name.
William Randa. That's important because the Randa last name is all of them's name, really, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, this guy is notified that somebody has tried to open those files, but they're doing a really good job of hiding it, right? So he's on the trail. He's trying to find out who's trying to open those files, okay?
Yeah.
And get them because it's something they haven't seen in a very long time at Monarch. Okay, so we get to episode 2.
Well, real quick.
Go ahead.
You didn't mention him too much.
Mhm.
They meet John Goodman's younger self in the forest as they enter.
No,
the
that's another episode. They're
No,
all together.
No.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
literally looking at the episode right now where they meet.
Okay, and it's not this one because the first time you see them in this one, they're in a Jeep all together. That's what I'm telling you. It bounces all
Okay,
over the
yeah,
place.
you're right.
Yes.
I still didn't mention him. I still had to bring him back up.
Well, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, because they're already married when we see them when they're first in the show
That's
in the
right.
Jeep.
That's right. The first time they meet is before they get to the ship in the other episode.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, the second one is called The Departure. Okay, and we still haven't met Kurt Russell's older self yet in the future yet. But this one right here is called The Departure, and Monarch closes in on Kate, Kentaro, and May, as Kentaro is the brother. Okay. And May as they try to track down a key individual. Kiko, Lee, and Billy, that's the guys in the past, stumble on a major find. And what they stumble on is a huge ship that apparently has been drugged towards one of these places that they, like I said, they're trying to find out theoretically what's going on. And this is the one that Knock is referring to, where we first meet Wyatt Russell's character, Lee Shaw, as a young man. He's a lieutenant.
1952 Manila.
Right. This is about 7 years before what we see in the first episode. And he's meeting the doctor for the first time. And, he's kind of confused because he thinks it's her secretary or something. Or thinks she's the secretary for the actual doctor. But these three all meet together as they have a rocky start because he's the security detail for her, is what he is. And he's been in trouble, okay? This guy is not he's a good officer and everything, but he's gotten in some trouble.
By the way, the admiral that we meet at the beginning of the episode that reprimands him and puts him on this assignment.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a fan of that guy since Hell on Wheels.
Yes, he's a good actor.
I love that guy.
And I can't think of anything I've seen him in, really, off the top of my head. But he's
always
always been good. I have never seen Hell on Wheels.
That is such a good show.
But I've seen him in other stuff,
really
and I do like him a lot. He's another one of these guys that's really tall and lanky and skinny. And
Christopher Handel. He's from Stargate Atlantis.
Okay, that's another one I haven't seen. I'm telling you.
I like his role better in Hell on Wheels. That show that's about the railroad being built.
But it's obvious in that conversation because did he get in a bar fight or something? I can't remember who he pissed off, but he was in trouble. It was obvious he was in trouble, and he said, "Look, I'm going to give you a chance. You need to go be security for this chick, or no, for this doctor." And when they meet, they have a little bit of a rocky beginning, and then it gets real rocky when he wants to basically off this guy. When they're out looking, they run across this guy who's looking for the same thing. And so Monarch is actually started right here. This is the three-headed monster that actually starts. We're seeing the beginnings of Monarch, how that organization got started. And this guy's another doctor that's trying to find something. And they come across this battleship that's in the middle of a valley. Let me see if they have a picture of it here. I'm not sure if they do or not. But that's what I should do, is hit that and it'll show me all the pictures. They don't have a picture of the battleship? Wow. Well, they got a picture of the friggin' kaiju. They ends up knocking it over. But when they inspect the battleship, Randa actually finds his gear because he was on that ship as a young man in the military. This guy on the right-hand side over here. And so that's what's going on in the past. It's obvious that some weird shit's going on this ship. He tells a story about something that happened. Do you remember that when he's telling her?
I think they were at sea, right? And then they get attacked, and they have to evacuate the ship. I mean, they find his box on there.
Yeah. Yeah, he finds his footlocker and his baseball gloves in there and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, the kaiju that attacks them and that you see there's the Ion Dragon.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool shit. But anyway, that's what goes on in this one. And in the current day, our girl Kate is ready to be done with this crap. She really is.
By the way, I really like her. She's got that Lucy Liu vibe on her.
Yeah, she's cool. She's look, I have to give them A+ for the casting in this thing.
Yeah. I
really fucking enjoy. You know, even though I have to read subtitles, which I can't stand doing, I do like that they're. I feel like this television show is lending more authenticity and realism to the story than the movies do. You know what I mean? The movies seem kind of over the top to me, but this really seems like something that's a little bit more grounded. Am I wrong about this?
Yeah, it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Godzilla.
And what's cool about it is you don't see one of those big kaijus every second of the show. That's not what's going on here. It's all about the discovery and how are they coming here and all this good stuff. Plus, you've got the drama of the dad having 2 lives. You know, they're under the assumption he's dead. Okay, his plane disappeared in Alaska, right? That was the last time they found it or saw it. Last time it was pinging. Anyway, at the end of this episode, at this point they've tried to look into the files. They've seen some stuff. And the guy that's actually working for Monarch has approached her once, and I think they grab her at the end of this one, don't they?
So right before the ship, you get the scenes of she's running away from the guy that caught him,
right,
reading the hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
She's running away, and you have a little conversation between the mom and the son, and then it goes to the ship part. But then I think she reunites with the brother, and they get back with the hacker girl, and they escape the city, and then they end it the way they do with finding
Lee Shaw in the nursing home that they've got him at, right? Yeah. And it's so hilarious because the guy obviously doesn't need to be in a nursing home, but he's there. He's just hanging out, and he's really receptive to him. And then they go for a walk outside, and he takes care of some listening stuff, and he says, okay, you guys want to know what's going on? You want to go find your dad? You know, said, well, he must be dead. Blah, blah. He said, I don't think he's dead, you know. And if you guys want to know where he's at, we need to get out of here, right? And he's got an ankle bracelet on. It's obvious they don't want this guy leaving this place, Mr. Shaw.
Monarch has retired him.
They have retired him, yes. And this is the scene at the end of it where he goes, hey, you know, if you want to do this, we got to go now, right? And I believe that's where we pick it up in episode 3.
Well, the last thing they show is the 3 escaping from the ship, and they end up in a huge footprint.
Yeah,
and that's
right. It's this part right here where they're running away from. Yeah,
and then they land just like that, and then they realize that. Well, I think because
it's further on where they're running away. They fall into
in the forest. They land in a big old footprint.
Yeah. So yeah, they're barking up